Happy Friday night, happy hour with the Fit Republic team, or at least Carinna and I. We'll tell you a little bit about our coaching stories, share a little bit about what coaching is, and how we have both replaced our incomes and now work as coaches exclusively. So I'll give you the short version of my story. My name is Rosa. I became a coach 4 years ago and actually met Carinna very shortly after that. I was pregnant with my third baby and just was at a point where I really, really needed a change. The coaching opportunity came to Canada, and I decided that I was ready for something other than the 50 to 60 hour corporate grind. So I took a leap of faith. I bet on myself. I jumped in, and 9 months into coaching, I've replaced enough of my corporate salary that I was able to tender my resignation. Now, 4 years into coaching, we actually celebrated Chris's retirement from the police service in March of this year. And that all sounds wonderful. Sometimes people hear that and they're like, oh my gosh, you're so lucky. And I obviously really love hearing that. It's been 4 years of hard work. It's been 4 years of sacrificing Netflix. I only just learned about Parks and Recreation to give you the point of reference. I know, this is a crime.
It's so good.
Like, I only just learned about Parks and Recreation because I was not watching TV. I was not Netflixing for such a long time. We sacrificed a lot of our free time in order to make this happen. And just to give you the proper framework for how I was able to build this kind of success in my business. And I was just talking to my team about this. It has to start from the inside. It comes from the inside and it spills over out on to the people who you can help, whether that is me helping somebody get into the best shape of their lives, or whether that's me helping you create an opportunity and bet on yourself in your life and build an income from home, just like I did with Carinna. And she's now paying forward to other people. So since I started coaching, I am 35 pounds down. I have PCOS and hypothyroid, and I'm in the best shape, consistently in the best shape that I've ever been. I have had ups and downs, but they are not nearly as crazy as they were without before my really consistent fit lifestyle. So I'm going to talk a little bit about my girl Carinna. I was talking about, I started with combat. I started with Les Mills Combat. It's an MMA-inspired workout, which you probably have heard us talking about recently. I used that program to lose the baby weight with my third baby. And I was posting about my progress, posting about my results, posting about the one time I ate how many it was 16 Oreos. It was 16 Oreos in a row, coach fail. And then Carinna, who I met on the Facebook through a mutual friend, she was trying to lose the baby weight with her second baby. And has since that time. Actually, you know what? I'm not even going to spoil the surprise. I'm going to let Carinna tell you the whole story. So go ahead, Carinna.
Okay. So actually, the first post I remember Rosa posting that connected me to Rosa was about cauliflower rice. He was creating a recipe of cauliflower rice. And I was like, I've never heard of such a brilliant idea as using cauliflower for rice. So I saw it because my sister-in-law, our mutual friend, had commented on it. I was like, oh, sweet, this chick's into healthy recipes. I really need some healthy recipes to help my chubby butt, because I was not in a good place physically. I really wasn't. I was at the day Weston, my baby was born, my second baby was born, I was 206 pounds. And I just sort of accepted that I'm a mom now. I've had 2 kids. This is what my body's going to be now. But I wasn't actually okay with that. And so when I saw Rosa's post, I was like, oh, sweet, like a healthy alternative to rice. I'm all into that. So I started following her fitness page. And I knew she was a real person because of my sister-in-law. I knew she existed because they were connected in the real world. And that helped me a lot. So I followed her and I saw these healthy recipes, and because you used to post a lot of them. I remember that. There was a lot, but that was 3.5 years ago, almost 4 years ago, right? So I was interested in that, and Rosa was so sweet, and she's like, you should totally do a fitness group with me. And I was like, no, that's cool. I can do this on my own. I don't need your help. It's cool. I just like your stuff. And I did lose a whole whopping 12 pounds on my own by trying to clean up my eating. I am a self-proclaimed sugar addict. I love candy. I love chocolate. I could care less about chips, but sugar is my friend, and it's my comfort, or was. So anyways, jumped into Rosa's page, and she asked me again, do you want to do a fitness group with me? And again, I said, no, I'm cool. I got this. Thanks though. And I never felt like she was like pressuring me. I was like, that's cool that she's asking me, but no, I really felt I could do it on my own. I should backstory that to tell you, I didn't really know what Rosa did. I didn't really know what coaching was. I didn't really know what Beachbody was until late at night. I'm nursing my baby boy, and I see an infomercial for hip hop abs, and I see the little Beachbody logo, and I'm like, Beachbody, Rosa mentioned, light bulb moment. And I remember writing her and saying, I saw this infomercial. Is that the same thing that you're doing? And she's like, well, that's not the program I'm doing, but yeah, that's the company. And I was like, oh, it's a real thing. It's a company. It's not just you over here on your computer. You have this behind you. And it was the third time that she asked me that I said, heck yes, this isn't working on my own. Let's just do this. What do I have to lose? And I remember the day after I purchased my challenge pack. I did Less Meals Combat because Rosa recommended, because it's what she had done. I got my Shakeology, like I ordered it all. And I remember looking in the mirror before a shower. And I remember looking at my body and being really, really upset with where I was at. I was 186 pounds. And I looked at myself and I was like, you know what? This is going to change. I know this is the last thing I'm going to do. This will change. And it did. I since have lost 55 pounds, 34 inches, and kept that gone. Like, it might have gone up and down a little bit here and there, but 55 pounds is gone. And more than that, it was after that happened. I mean, people notice when you lose. My first challenge, I lost 20 pounds and 20 inches, and people noticed that. And people noticed. They're like, what have you done? I remember going to a mom's group and people being like, where'd the rest of you go? What's going on? What are you doing?
Where's the other third of you?
Yeah, pretty much, right? They're like, what's going on with this body of yours? Because they actually didn't recognize me. Like it was that much of a change. And I was like, you know what? I'm just doing this fitness program. I'm really loving it. I'm drinking the shake because it makes me feel energetic. And for once, I'm not grabbing chocolate bars every single night. And that's how it naturally progressed for me into being a business. It was when I was in my challenge group with Rosa that she was like, have you ever thought about doing what I do as a coach? And I'm like, how do I do that? Like, I didn't
have to go to school for that.
Yeah, I literally wondered that. I'm like, is there a course I take? How do you do it? And you're like, no, just jump on this webinar by this girl Barbie. And I'm like, okay. So I watched the webinar, I took notes, and I was all in. Like, once I understood what it was all about, and I already had my belief. I already knew it worked. And I was actually truly looking for something I could do from home, because that was a need that Rosa recognized that I hadn't even clued in could be met in what I was doing, is that I really was looking for something I could do online, because I love the internet. I love the Facebook. I was looking for something I could do from home, because I didn't want to put my kids in daycare. That was big for me. And because of that, because of saying yes to that challenge group, here I am. I will be 4 years in April, and I literally replace my income. Like, that's come and gone from my corporate job. But more than that too, like, my husband hasn't been working since June, and I am covering our mortgage. I am covering my kids' tuition at their private school. I am right now running this house. And that to me is crazy, because I didn't say yes to business. I said yes to wanting to make myself healthy, and it just turned into that. And truly forever grateful. It's been amazing.
I just love this story because it's not just a story, it's our lives. Like, this is how Carinna and I met. And it's funny because she's truly one of my best friends now at this point. But it really just illustrates so well how when you follow your passion, like, oh, what just happened? When you follow the video thing just switched all of a sudden. When you follow your passion, like, you're going to be successful. So Carinna came into this. She was not looking for a business. She was not even looking for a way to earn an income. She was looking for a way to change. Like, she knew that she was ready to make a change, that one day she's looking in the mirror and she's like, this is going to change. And it started on the inside, and now it is pouring out as she's helping other people do the same thing. When I came into this business, I had a corporate background. I was earning a 6-figure income. I did like my job. I knew Beachbody was a legit company. I came in because firstly, I believed in the company and I had gotten my own results with Beachbody products, but I came in to build a business. Like, I came in and I wanted to replace my 6-figure income, and I wanted to replace my husband's 6-figure income. Other people had done it and I knew it was possible. So that's why I came in, but only because I believed in the company. So I just want to put a little side note in here for you that I think is really, really important. If you're somebody who has never gotten results with a Beachbody program, but you see the business opportunity, there's nothing wrong with that. But let me just say, we don't need people hawking more crap on the internet. We got a lot of that going on. And the reason Beachbody is different is because that's not what we do. We're not hounding people and trying to get them to buy stuff. Let me talk to you a little bit about like how we use social media to connect with people, because that's exactly what happened with Carinna and I. I was sharing my own fitness journey and just genuinely what was going on with me in my imperfect fitness journey. I'm a coach, and I had decided I'm going to be a coach. I'm going to start sharing my fitness journey. And I felt really accountable. I had to hold myself to a higher standard because now I'm calling myself coach. And although I'm focused on my own fitness journey first, I do want to start helping other people and create a business out of this, right? And so I felt really accountable to be consistent with my workouts and be consistent with my nutrition. And the first thing that a new coach does is we start to share that to start to reach more than just our Facebook friends list. For example, Carinna was somebody who we had a mutual friend on Facebook, and that's how she started to see my material. You reach that 2nd degree of separation, the 3rd degree of separation. We've got a ton of training on social media, and I don't really want to get into that because if you are to join our team, you'll learn more about social media. There's the basics in new coach training. And then when you're ready to take it next level, we've got more stuff to share with you. And obviously social media is always evolving. But the most important thing is just to genuinely share your fitness journey and your life. Because although you're not going to be everybody's cup of tea, you are going to connect with people who need what you got to offer. So Carinna's actually got this saying, perceived perfection equals no connection. So as a Beachbody coach, the first thing that we start to teach you is sharing your journey on social media, using social media as a tool to connect with other people. That is how I've grown 99% of my business. I would say 99.9% of my business. That is where 99.9% of my clients and my teammates come from. Carinna, do you want to talk a little bit more about your first challenge group, and then talk a little bit more about challenge groups in the context of what we do as coaches?
Absolutely. I remember in my first challenge group, all I wanted, okay, I didn't know what a challenge group was. Just if you don't know, it's a group, it's a secret group on Facebook. We share our nutrition, we motivate each other, we encourage each other, we share that we got our workout done. I wanted to be the best kid in that group. I have never been a good student. That's not me. But I thrived on Rosa's praise. If she told me, bang up day, that was awesome. I remember one day you saying, if every day was like this day, you would have epic results. And I'm like, okay, that's what I will eat every day. I was a really good student. But for real, I remember going to Starbucks and having an oat bar, and you're like, you can't have the baked goods. I don't care if it says the word oat in it. It doesn't make it healthy. And I was like, okay, I get that. that's what I learned in our challenge groups is I didn't have any nutritional idea of what I was doing. I've never been into like clean eating. I've sort of dabbled in it, but I didn't grasp it. Because our programs all come with the meal plans, it just got simple. It just got simple. The book told me what to eat. I will eat those foods. It wasn't anything weird. It was normal foods. And that's what I think really helped me was knowing I'm not going to have to make myself a separate meal from what my kids are eating. I'm just going to eat like a normal person. I'm just going to eat in the right portions. You know, like I don't need the white bread. I learned things like that. So our challenge groups, like I said, we're accountable to our fitness and our nutrition. And that's truly probably what made the biggest difference for me because I've done home workout programs before and never even thought about my nutrition that backed it. So that made a big impact on me was learning how to eat properly. I myself am one that has struggled with how to eat in general. I was the one that would buy like Hydroxycut or do the cabbage soup diet or any other million things I'd see on the interwebs that told me I'd get skinny. I did those things. So to find something that finally honored myself, like it honored me with my nutrition, it honored me with my fitness, and it taught me how to take care of me so that I'm setting a proper example for my kids. Like I've got a little girl. I want her to love herself and know how to nourish herself. I don't want her to ever look in the mirror and think what I thought when I looked in the mirror before. So that's what our accountability groups are, is jumping in daily, being accountable daily, and learning healthy habits for life, not just for a 30-day challenge or a 21-day challenge, but for life. What else did you tell me to say?
That was really like, I just really wanted you to cover challenge groups and how like you don't have to be a personal trainer. You don't have to be a nutritionist. I have a great deal of interest in nutrition. Actually, I had one of my coaches ask me yesterday, she's like, how do you know all this stuff about supplements? It's like my entertainment. Literally, it is my entertainment to read stuff about nutrition and how it impacts the body and supplementation and all of that kind of stuff. Side note, the stuff I'm learning about what is in Shakeology and how the adaptogens and the phytonutrients and all of that change you on a cellular level is like absolutely incredible. But that's for like nutrition nerds like me. You don't have to have that necessarily. I've always been super interested, like I said, but Carinna wasn't. But we're not the ones putting together the meal plans and the workouts and all of that kind of stuff, right? So this is stuff that we teach you about as well in terms of how to run a challenge group in the new coach training. So I want to talk to you a little bit about income. I'll talk to you about my income trajectory as a coach. I used to be super uncomfortable sharing about my income until only a couple of months ago when I was like, it's just money. Like it's just money. That's all it is. You know what? I know what it's like to have a baby girl and to feel very lucky the weeks when Chris made $350 instead of $325. And that $25 meant something to us. I cleaned the entire house with vinegar because I could not afford the cleaning products. I raided my child's piggy bank to buy diapers because I had to. So I know what it's like to be there. And I know what it's like at this point to be earning between $4,000 and $5,000 a week. It's just money. So I share openly, I share happily, and I share so that you guys get it. So that you get that regardless of what you want out of this opportunity, that you can have it. You just have to trade like the proportion of what you want. You got to have that amount of work ethic. So you can't have these results and this work ethic. They got to match up. But I'm telling you, this is possible without putting in hundreds of thousands of dollars of investment to create a successful business. I come from a family of entrepreneurs who put in hundreds of thousands of dollars to start a business and turned a profit after 5 years. I turned a profit after 1 week. It's only like $10, but I did. I got my investment back plus $10 in a week. It's just a matter of being willing to implement what you learn. I came into this with no pride at all. I was very successful in my corporate career. But coming into this, I was like, I don't know anything about this though. So I'm going to listen to the people who know how to do this thing. So all of that being said, I've got this little spreadsheet that I'm looking at, so I'm going to try to keep it somewhat cohesive. Okay, the first money that you earn as a Beachbody coach is we call retail commission. So this retail commission comes from people who buy anything from your website. So typically we have people join a challenge group with a challenge pack. Why? Because the challenge pack is a solution in a box. I'm not kidding. It comes with a nutrition plan. It comes with the portion containers. Most of them, I advocate the portion containers in a big, big way. It comes with a full workout plan. It comes with a 30-day supply of our favorite superfoods supplement, which is Shakeology. And included in that, they get your support. I'm just going to say, because most people don't know this, these products sell for the same price on beachbody.com for retail, where people do not have the benefit of a coach, and people happily pay that price every single day. Like the tools we use are very much worth the cost. Okay, so first income you earn is retail commission, and that is a challenge pack or Shakeology on its own, or any fitness programs. In my first month, I earned $511. That is outside the norm. Okay, it is. It's outside the norm. I earned quite a bit more than most coaches do in their first month, and it's because even though I was 2 days outside of having my third baby, I was on a mission to not go back to my 50 to 60 hour a week corporate job, and I accomplished that. But I went in working 20 to 25 hours a week with a 2-day-old baby because of that mission, and I wasn't playing. So that was my very first month as a coach. I wanted to say something else real quick about that, but I kind of forget. And that was mostly retail commission. That was just from people joining my challenge groups. Because you know what I did? I just talked to everybody. I started posting on my Facebook. I had no idea what to post. I did a terrible job posting, but I just talked to everybody because I'm like, this stuff actually works. Like, it's not a waste of money if it actually works. And this does. And so I had a ton of people join me because I was so freaking excited about it. Okay. 1 year into the business, I earned $2,000. So that was an average of $500 a week. And that was at 1 year into the business. 2 years into the business, I earned $4,000. So that was an average of that's $1,000 a week. This is not including, this is only my first business center. Without going into too much detail, in our compensation structure, you're basically allowed to franchise your own business once you hit a certain milestone. And then, and so I do have 2 streams of income. I did at that point, but I'm only including my income from my first business center. Year 3, $16,560 in that month. Oh crap, year 4, I have not yet calculated my income for year 4 of October, but I do very, very strictly do my budget every single month. So I know that it was $24,000. So my income has definitely grown. It has grown a ton since I became a coach. And like I said, I'm super, super grateful for that. But we've also sacrificed a ton for that. And now that I have extra time, I'm telling you, it's weird. Like, it's weird. I'm like, I need hobbies. I need to find things. What do people do? Like, because I'm not used to watching TV. So it started with retail income. It started with me helping Carinna lose 20 pounds. That's where it started. It started with me helping as many Carinnas as I possibly could to get fit and to get healthy. And then after that, I was like, Carinna, like, look, you've got this story. You've figured it out. You've got 2 kids. You've lost 20 pounds. And I asked her this question: how many moms do you think there are out there in North America who like wine like you like wine and who need to lose weight like you needed to lose weight? And it was like, yes. A lot of them. And how do you connect with them? You connect with them on Facebook. So the second way that we earn an income is called Team Volume Bonus. And this is the simplest way to explain it is when say Carinna makes $1,000, Beachbody pays me $100 in Team Volume Bonus as a it's basically for leadership, right? So they want to encourage that we lead our people and help them to be successful. And the best thing about it is it's a reciprocal relationship. So Carinna benefits from me growing my business, just like I benefit from Carinna growing her business as well. So there's also a third stream of income, which is a quarterly bonus. Once you hit 2-star diamond, I know that doesn't mean anything to you right now. That's okay. You start to benefit from the quarterly bonus. At 5-star diamond, you participate in the second pool, 10-star the third pool, 15-star the fourth pool. I'll give you the Coles Notes version. Beachbody sets aside a full 2% of their profits every single quarter and divides it among their leadership. And the more people you help in this business, the more you get paid. It really is as simple as that. Whoever invited you to this or sent you this recording, I'm sure would be happy to explain more detail. So Carinna, why don't you close us out here and, fill in any gaps, talk about anything that I should have and didn't. Go ahead.
I just wanted to add to what Rosa was saying in that the thing that I love about this, she did say this, is that the more people you help, the more you get paid. I didn't join this, as I said, for an income. But the fact that I earn an income from helping others, I don't know about you guys, but my paycheck used to be just a given. The paycheck goes in the bank, it pays the bills. That's all there is to it. It might go for dinner to Boston Pizza. You know what I mean? That was the paycheck. And now it's like I look every single week to see what I'm earning because I don't just look at my income, I look at my team's income. Yes. And I'm like, okay, so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so all earn today because of this. And I'm like, that fills my flippin' heart because I am about empowering other mamas to be at home with their kids or to find their voice in other than just being a mom. Because I adore being a mom, but I wanted more. And I think that's okay. I think it's okay to want more than just mom. You know what I mean? Like, it fills my heart and soul, but I've got a voice that my kids don't hear. I have a voice that I want to use in a more powerful way. So that income is amazing. It's a blessing. And I appreciate every payday, which I never did before. I just did the things and the paycheck I put in there. This is different. This is my heart and soul. And there's no boss looming over your shoulder. Like Rosa doesn't check in on me and be like, did you do this today? No, I'm my boss. It's up to me. And I love that because I don't do well with authority. I need to be in control of what I'm doing.
I'd be a terrible employee. If I ever had to go back, I'd be the worst employee because I'm so used to doing things my way now.
Right? It's so who we are that I'm like, no, I could not ever go back to having a boss looming over me. That being said, if you're here, you're hearing this, it's speaking to a part of you, it's speaking to a heart of you. We encourage all of our teamies, we start with challenge packs because it's what we started with. Like, I can't say to you, you're going to rock as a coach if you tell me you don't want Shakeology, because I'm like, well, you need to try it for 30 days because I didn't want it. I didn't. I've never been a shake person. I've never been a supplement person. But the fact that this was like when I started, my baby was breastfeeding. He was 7 months old. My fact that my midwife was like, if he gets any of this from you, you're good to go. I was like, okay, that right there was the first step of belief in the product. I would drink it whether I was a coach or not. I would drink it every single day because it has helped me with my energy. It's helped me with my cravings. It's helped me with my moods. I'm not the most balanced person in the world. And anyone that knows me knows that. But it's helped me so much to feel more balanced, to feel more energy, and to be the person I want to be. So our coaches, we start with a challenge pack. We focus first on getting our own results, on participating in a challenge group, on rocking that challenge group so that we can speak to what we're doing. Because we are not, as Rosa said, we're not about hawking a product on the internet. It's not what we stand for. I couldn't do this if it was what we stood for or what we were told to do. We are believers. We are passionate. And more than the company behind us, we're passionate about empowering women. That is what Fit Republic does and Shine Bright Nation does. We empower women to own their story and to find their voice and to be who they were created to be. And I love that. More than any step of this journey, I am thankful for who this created me to be. Like, I'm me now. me fully, me loudly, and me proudly. And I've never been that before. So that's what this is. And that's what we do.
And we are super, super, super excited to welcome a few new members to the Fit Republic team at the best time of the year before everybody's looking for a fitness solution. So if there was ever a right time, it's like today.
Yes, it is.
Good night.